Draco, do you realize that trying to coerce and force somebody against their will to do something for you that you can benefit from is illegal? You realize that? Coerce and force. Those are two words in court of law is illegal. You're not allowed to do that. So you try to force Autumn into blocking Rosie to coerce Rosie into dating you again. That's illegal. And that's the lowest form of human trafficking. You're not involving my daughter in nothing. See, that's a criminal act. And that's something you don't get. And I'm going to keep throwing this shit in your face because you're going to learn one day I'm not fucking with you. It is illegal. It is a criminal act that you was trying to get my daughter to commit because it benefited you. Well, what you don't understand, it's still a criminal act because Rosie said no. And you try to force the situation anyway. Again, the word force and coerce. So you see, dumb buck, it is illegal. Look at that, bitch. Because you don't look nothing up anyway. You don't never go into anything that I've told you to look up. You don't do it. I have to tell you. Force is by doing it against somebody's will. Coerce is talking to somebody to get them to do it for you, to try to talk them into it. And the bad part of it is they don't want to. So this is all on you. And our friendship broke up over it because of that reason. You said that Autumn actually forged. No, she did not. April 27th, around 5 o'clock my time, you were messaging her back and forth. I don't care whether you was at work or not. You were messaging her up until about 7 o'clock that evening, my time. Then about 9:15, the very same night, you called me and started pitching a bitch. And you told me that you was going to force Autumn to do it, or else you was going to have her taken down. Well, you know what? I want everybody to hear this. They need to block you, ban you away from everything. It's all on you this time. Because you were caught red fucking handed. See, you're stupid. What you did is put a bunch of shit on my phone and I kept it. I kept it. So that's what you don't understand, motherfucker. That's what you don't get. I probably will make it a live stream later and I will put it all up there. There's nothing in the world that you can bring down that would lie because it's all on there. Bad part of it is you are pissed off because Autumn wouldn't date you for one. And at that one time in 2021 to 2022, to begin with, she was with Draven. She was dating Draven at that time online. But you was all pissy about it. You told her she had to get rid of him or else. Or else what? Do what you always do to everybody else, threaten to kill them. You did her. You did that to me. Bring it. You think you're that big badass? Bring it. Because I'm not afraid of no fucking gun. I'm not afraid of no fucking knife either. I've had both put to my head. It doesn't give me a damn bit of difference. None. So you see, I'm not the badass you guys all think I am. It's just I'm not afraid to die. I'm not afraid to die. And for my child, I will. And Draco, how many times on that fucking phone have you messaged me and tell me that you're in the hospital and send me pictures in your stupid ass little gown and all that kind of stuff because you're having heart problems? Not my problem anymore, buddy. It's all on you. You're bringing it all on yourself. Because I've told you before to stop all this shit. It's quit going after people. You don't have to stick up for yourself. If you're really that confident in yourself, knowing that you didn't do something, then you shouldn't have to make a comment back. You shouldn't have to make a video to expose somebody. Because eventually their lies will catch up to them and they'll expose themselves. But this time, you exposed yourself. See, you thought I wasn't smart. Same way kind of like Draven did. He didn't think I was smart either. But I caught on to this a long, long time ago. However, I was trying to give you the benefit of the doubt because I know what it's like to be picked on. I was picked on all my life when I was a kid. I get that. But I don't feel sorry for you anymore because you're an adult. And the bad part of it is you're making yourself out to look like a little tiny kid, especially when you call me in the middle of the night crying on the phone because somebody said something you didn't like or somebody said something that you didn't want them to say or whatever. Tell me how sick of this shit you're getting. Well, shut your fucking mouth. Shut your mouth. Just keep it shut. Because when you start going back at people, they're going to find something to go after you for again. But usually they're right. That's no joke either. You know, these girls have come to me, most of them have come to me and told me about some of the shit that you've been doing. And like I said, I caught you in your own server talking that way to Hannah. Yeah, it was all sexual. Every single bit of it. At first, it wasn't too bad. But then you started talking about how bad you wanted to fuck. Excuse me, girls don't like that word. Girls do not like that word anyway. Because that's not what you do to a girl. Unless you're doing a one-night stand and walking away. That's a disgusting word. It really is. And honestly, if you really get down to it, you look up in the dictionary and really dig deep, the word means stupid. The word means stupid. Yeah, it does. But the girls are getting tired of you talking sexual to them. They don't like it. They don't like it one least little bit. You start in on them, and they try to keep you shut up and try to play along for a short time. And then when you get too carried away, they want you to quit, and they've told you that. In role play and in real life, and you can't do either. You can't shut up. You keep going. And then all of a sudden, that picture of the dick pic popped up on my DMs from Rapless. Well, see, I proved it wasn't you. But however, your name was on it. And that's true. Your name is on it. Drako the Badass Hedgehog. See, that's what you don't understand. Is that I don't know who forged it. I don't know who did whatever. That's not my problem. That is on you. But I proved it wasn't you. But see, then you go after everybody else because you say they stole your girl. No, nobody stole your girl. I'll tell you what happened with these girls. Like I said, they don't like the way you talk to them. They don't like the way the sexual shit that you talk to them about. They don't like it at all. And you keep it up, and you keep it up until they get pissed and they block you. I don't blame them. Because if that was me, I'd done it to you too a long time ago, and I would have kept you blocked. I don't care what you would have said. I don't care what you would have done. I don't care if you threatened to kill me. Because it wouldn't have mattered. I would have kept you blocked. You are blocked on Discord. You are blocked on Twitter. So whatever happens on them, that's on you. I've got you blocked on Facebook. Whatever happens there, it's on you. It's not on me. I don't care. But I am going to keep you on YouTube, and I still have you subscribed, or I'm still subscribed to you. But however, I just have to keep an eye on you. Because I'm getting tired of you making shit about my daughter. See, you lie a lot. And I've been catching you a lot lately. Especially with all this. It doesn't matter whether Autumn was talking to the driver or not. It's none of your business. It's none of her business who you talk to. It's nobody's business who you talk to. It's none of your business who she talks to or I talk to. You know, and a lot of times when you called me in the middle of the night because you had problems because somebody's picking on you, I hit the ignore button. I heard the phone ring. I didn't want to answer it. You want to know why? Same shit, day in and day out. I get tired of hearing it. I've got things to do in real life. And like you, sit there and say that you have all this shit to do, but you don't. And then when you do it, you call me. And then all I hear is background noise. or all I hear is people talking in the background. You can never call me one-on-one. I'm going to tell you why you don't do that. See, I'm not stupid like you think I am. See, the reason why you do that, I stake my life on it, is because that way if you would slip and say something off the wall, you're afraid I would catch it. So the background noise helps cover it up. That's true. See, I told you when I investigate, I do it and I do it well. It's not just because you think that I can find out things. No, I find out things about you and how you do things. That's the reason why there's always background noise when people call you or you call them. And so in case you would fucking slip up, that you would not get caught saying whatever. That's true. People do that shit all the time. And the only background noise I usually have is my cats, my kids. That's it. No one else. But you always have your family, your work, this, that, and all the other. There's always something in the background. Always. So see, I'm not stupid like you think I am. Because if you would slip and say one thing wrong, you know I'd catch it. That's the reason why there's always background noise. Always. See, I'm a little smarter than what you give me credit for. And then online, I read between the lines. You always blame everybody else for everything. No, in part, it is your fault. And you can never accept part of the blame. You always blame everybody else. This time around, you can blame Autumn all you want to. This is not her fault. This is yours. This is all on you. Because one, you wanted to date her. She didn't want to date you. She don't like you, for one. Number two is that you wanted to coerce her into doing something illegal. 3, you told her to get away from David and stay away from him. Well, you know what? She don't have to. If she wants to talk to him, she can talk to him. And then 4, you always threaten to get the Zero and Zexio after her. Well, let me tell you something about that. It just wasn't real long ago that you would say they were both dumbasses. And I've got that on messages on the phone. I don't like them. I mean, I don't. And I'll admit it. I don't like them. I don't get along with them all that well. But you know something? I'm not going to go out and go hurt none of them. I'm not going to go permanently out there saying that I'm going to hurt people or I'm going to make them feel bad and all this other shit. I don't. We don't get along. And I can admit that. We don't. Me, Sexy, and Zero do not get along. But you know something? I am not going to go out and set out to hurt one of them. Because eventually, whatever they're doing, eventually it'll come back on them if they're in the wrong. It don't matter. Because, so see, that's what I try to tell you. Let karma do its job. And you can't. You won't. You always have to play get back. See, with Zexio and Zero, I think to a degree that they're almost 100% right about you. But there's a little part of me that still feels bad for you, but just a little teeny tiny part. But it's not enough to get our friendship back together, because that'll never happen. I told you, once I delete somebody, they're gone for life. They're history. And you are gone. You no longer exist. I blocked your phone number. You can't message me, but you got some other fucking asshole messaging me every night now, telling me to ghost you and leave you alone. No, you won't leave Autumn alone. Till the day you leave her alone is when I'll stop. That's my daughter. My job on this earth that God gave me is to protect my daughter. And that's to protect her from a predator like you. See, predators don't have to be sexual. Predators could be just going after somebody just to hurt them and just to haunt them until something bad happens to them. And that's what you're doing. You are a predator. And I can actually truly say that. Because you wouldn't keep making exposed videos on Autumn if you were not. You're preying on her. You're preying on her that hopefully that something bad would happen to her. Not. No, after everybody sees this video, everybody needs to fucking block you. Everybody. Every single person out there needs to block you. For the very reason, because you don't prey on people just for sexual shit. You prey on them just to hurt them. Just to, quote, get back at them. Because they hurt your feelings. Woo. Can't always follow your feelings anyway. Because your feelings can lie to you. See, that's something you don't get either. But all I see is demonic activity in your area. Because that's all I see. It's always have to get back. You have to stand up for yourself. No, when you stand up for yourself is when you block somebody and you fucking walk away. That's being a man and being the real deal and just whatever they say. As long as you know about you, you can't let other people bother you. Hell, if I let people bother me, it would have bothered me when you kept telling me you was going to kill me. It was going to bother me because you called me a bitch. No, that don't bother me. I'm used to that kind of shit. It don't bother me a bit. See, that's one thing God gave me. I have no fear. I used to be that way. Used to fear everything. Now I welcome it. So there's nothing that you could do or nothing you could say that would change that at all. Because one day I have to die anyway. But I know where I'm going. But do you know where you're going? See, what you don't understand, I love God. I love Jesus Christ. And I know where I'm going. Even though I've cussed like crazy, but I have to repent for what I did. But he knows I'm mad. He knows I'm very irritated with you. He knows that I cannot tolerate any more BS from you. And I won't. This is the last straw that broke the camel's back. Now, I'm going to tell you another thing, little dude. You always want to get back at people for things that they've said. And like I said, that's not being a man when you keep going back after somebody. And you always keep saying your excuse is to stick up for yourself. Well, sticking up for yourself is one thing. Making at least one exposed video, I get that. However, when you keep doing it over and over after the same people, what you don't get is that being a man and walking away from it and showing them that it don't bother you. See, when you show somebody something doesn't bother you and you walk away from it, it gives them something to wonder about. Like, is he fucking crazy? Or does he just not care? Or what? It shows that you're not crazy. It's just you got tired of the shit and you're not going to put up with it no more. Just walking away from it. And then to boot, you always keep trying to get somebody after me. You did for a long time. You always kept trying to get zero after me. But you know something? We have a common ground that we don't hate each other. We don't particularly care for each other, but we don't hate each other. You hate everybody. That's the word you use all the time, Draco, is hate. Hate doesn't get you nowhere. And I told you, the more you hate and the more you try to get back at people, the worse it's going to be on your end. And now that you went after my daughter, again, it got worse on your end. You want to know why? That's just because you keep going after her and trying to get her to do something illegal. I'm not going to let that happen. I told you, she is not allowed to do any illegal activities. She does. Her ass is grass, and that's just the way it is. You know, I put people in jail. I put people in jail. Because they tried to involve me in shit that I didn't want to be involved in. So I put them in jail. I don't have a problem with it. I think that's where you need to be for a while. I think you need to be locked up. I honestly do. Because all the sexual talk that you talk with these girls, and they get pissy with you, and they delete you and block you and everything else, and then you get mad and you threaten to kill them. Or you threaten and you send pictures of a bloody bathroom and all kinds of stuff. You got to remember all the conversations that you and I have had. I still have all those conversations. And you swore up and down you didn't send it, but I think you did. I think you sent that to Maria. Thing of it is, you believe anything that everybody tells you online. You believe everything, and you can't believe anything that you hear online. It doesn't matter whether they talk about you or not. You can't believe everything you hear. You can't believe everything you see either. I've tried to tell you that before. And that's why I told everybody, you can't believe everything you hear, and you can't believe everything you see. Because not everything is the way you think you see it, or the way you hear it. Everybody tried to tell me to stay away from you. But, you know, I saw something in you that I had to find out for myself, which I did. You're an evil person. You say you're family this, family that. Let me tell you something. No, you're not. If you were, you wouldn't treat people the way you do. As I see it, you treat people horribly online. You've gone after Damien and Dashi. You've gone after me before we became friends. You've gone after Autumn. You've gone after Drake. Or you've gone after Alden, Alistair, everybody. You've gone after everybody. And everybody's tired of it. You've even gone after Zexio and Zero. But, everybody's tired of it. Everybody's tired of you going after other people just because you don't like what something's been said. Sometimes I don't think you're in your right mind a lot of the times just because. I hear one story from you, then I hear it from other people. So I compare. And when I find the differences, then I ask both parties. And there's still indiscrepancies. Meaning that somebody's lying. And a lot of times it's actually been you. That part of it is what you don't get, dude, is I get tired of all the bullshit. So that's why I said, that's why the friendship ended. I got tired of it. And then you involved my daughter. That was a mistake on your part. You make any more videos, I'm going to keep making one about you. And I mean that. And I want to keep making one until you either quit or it gets to the point to where I have to turn everything to the police department and then have them arrest you.